Imagine a mind wired for hyperconnectivity from birth, possessing the knowledge of the entire world, yet burdened by a unique and silent kind of heaviness. We are looking at the most digitally connected generation in history, yet psychology tells us they may also be the loneliest and most anxious. This is the psychology of Generation Z, a complex study of resilience, digital identity, and the search for authentic meaning in a noisy world. To understand Gen Z, we must first look at the concept of the digital native. Their neural pathways develop the rapid evolution of the internet. Psychologically, this constant influx of information creates a state of continuous partial attention, where the brain is always scanning for the next update. This overabundance of choice and information can lead to decision paralysis, making even simple life choices feel overwhelming and heavy. While connectivity is a strength, it fuels a significant mental health crisis. Anxiety rates in this demographic are statistically higher than previous generations. They are constantly exposed to global traumas. This phenomenon, often called echo anxiety or headline stress, the habit of doom scrolling reinforces negative cognitive bias, training the mind to anticipate danger and disaster at every turn.
Social comparison theory is in overdrive here. Curated online personas create unrealistic standards for beauty, success, and happiness.
Paradoxically, hyperconnectivity often leads to isolation. Digital interactions can mimic connection. The search for intimacy is complicated. Many report feeling lonely despite having hundreds of digital connections. Identity formation is fluid for Gen Z. They are more likely to experiment with labels and self-expression, searching for an authentic core. However, there is immense strength here. This generation is dismantling the stigma around mental health, speaking openly about therapy and trauma. This openness cultivates high emotional intelligence. They are often more empathetic and inclusive, valuing mental well-being over traditional grit. They are redefining success. The psychological drive is shifting from pure financial accumulation to finding purpose and work-life balance. This shift is a protective mechanism. By rejecting rigid traditional paths, they reduce the pressure to conform to outdated societal milestones. Trauma-informed care is becoming a standard expectation. They understand that healing is a non-linear process that requires patience. Developing boundaries is crucial. Learning to disconnect from the digital noise is the primary psychological skill this generation must master. They suffer from chronophobia, or fear of time running out, driven by the fast-paced nature of viral trends and rapid cultural shifts. Critical thinking is their defense. Growing up with fake news has made them natural skeptics, constantly analyzing the source of information. Financial pragmatism is a key trait. Witnessing economic recessions has instilled a cautious, often stress-inducing approach to money. They understand the power of their voice. Digital activism provides a sense of agency, counteracting feelings of helplessness. Sleep disruption is a major physiological issue affecting their psychology. Blue light and late-night scrolling disrupt circadian rhythms and mood. The concept of a digital detox is not just a trend, but a necessary psychological intervention to restore attention spans. Reconnecting with nature and tangible reality helps ground the nervous system, moving them from flight or fight to rest and digest. Restoring face-to-face communication skills is vital. It builds resilience against social anxiety and fosters genuine oxytocin production. Acceptance is powerful. Understanding that negative emotions are temporary states, not permanent traits, is key to emotional regulation. Learning to cool down emotional reactivity allows for better decision-making. This is often achieved through mindfulness practices. The goal isn't constant happiness, but emotional stability, finding the middle path between extreme highs and lows. Community building, even in online spaces, can be therapeutic if it leads to supportive, non-judgmental environments. They are learning to view their sensitivity not as a weakness, but as a source of creative and empathetic power. Setting strong boundaries is a form of self-respect. It protects limited energy reserves from being drained by the digital demands. Embracing boredom is essential. In the absence of stimulation, the brain can finally engage in deep thought and creativity. Reframing failure is necessary. In a cancel culture world, understanding that mistakes are opportunities for growth is a radical act. Hope for the future requires active cultivation. It involves focusing on what can be controlled rather than the chaos of the world. Unlocking potential means freeing oneself from the expectations of others and the algorithmic loops of social media. Journaling and self-reflection help process complex emotions that move too fast in the digital realm.
Recognizing the signs of burnout early allows for recharging before a total psychological collapse occurs.
Their global awareness, while stressful, also creates a sense of universal connectedness and shared humanity.
Intergenerational dialogue is healing. Gen Z teaches adaptability, while older generations can offer perspective on patience.
They are rewriting the rules. When traditional paths are blocked, they innovate new ways to navigate life and career. The ripple effect of their mental health advocacy is lighting the way for a more compassionate society for everyone. Prioritizing well-being over wealth is a significant psychological shift that challenges the very structure of our economy. Slowing down is an act of rebellion. It reclaims the nervous system from the attention economy. Rest is not laziness. It is a critical biological requirement for cognitive maintenance and emotional stability. Letting go of the need for control helps alleviate the chronic anxiety that plagues this generation. Finding joy in small moments is a powerful coping mechanism against the backdrop of global uncertainty. Perfectionism is the enemy of progress. Embracing good enough protects self-esteem and encourages action. Creativity is a tool for resilience. Transforming pain into art or expression allows for emotional processing. By facing their shadows, Gen Z is developing a unique kind of courage that is both vulnerable and unbreakable. Listening to the body's signals is the first step toward genuine health. The body keeps the score, and they are learning to read it. The psychological seeds they are planting now, of inclusivity and awareness, will grow into a more empathetic future. Technology is a tool, not a master. Reclaiming this relationship is the definitive challenge and triumph of their time. Self-worth is inherent, not earned through likes or views. Internalizing this truth is the path to freedom. We rise by lifting others. Their collective approach to social issues creates a safety net of solidarity. Ultimately, the psychology of Generation Z is a story of adaptation. They are evolving to meet a world that is changing faster than ever. If you are part of this generation, know that your feelings are valid. Your anxiety is a reaction to a noisy world, not a flaw in your character. Take a breath. Disconnect to reconnect. Be kind to your mind, for it is carrying the weight of a digital age. You are more than your data. You are resilient. Thank you for watching, and remember to prioritize your peace.